I'm positioning the loop directly over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. The skin blanches around the tool as the plug starts to lift. You can see the contents expressing from the pore in one smooth piece. I'm going to clear the tip and
I'm going to start on the left side of your nose, just a bit of pressure here. Okay. You'll feel a little push. That's the plug coming out. Perfect. We'll wipe that away. Moving to the other side, same thing, steady pressure, and out it comes.
I am centering the loop extractor over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure around the pore. The plug is coming up and you can see it release cleanly from the skin. I'll blot away the excess and apply a soothing.
I'm positioning the loop right over the center of the blackhead and applying gentle downward pressure. You can see the packed material beginning to express from the pore. We'll clear the remainder with another pass. A quick clean with gauze and the pore is open
and I'm placing the loop around the top of the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. That's the tip coming through. There it is. You can see the oxidized plug at the end. We'll keep guiding it out slowly so we don't damage the surrounding pore. And now the rest of the sebum.
We're placing the loop right around the blackhead and applying steady, even pressure. You can see the plug beginning to lift. There it comes. Dark tip first and then the lighter core. We'll blot the area and it's all clear.
I'm placing the loop right over the blackhead and applying steady pressure. You can see the plug start to rise up from the pore. There it goes. It's coming out in one piece. I'll lift the extractor away and wipe the...
we're centered right over the blackhead. Gentle, even pressure. You'll see that core of oxidized oil start to lift. Keeping the loop flush with the skin. There it is, nice and intact. The pore looks clean.
Gentle pressure with a loop extractor draws the blackhead out of the pore. You can see the oxidized tip followed by the lighter core as it slides free. Once the plug is removed, the skin is blotted to absorb residual oil.
I'm placing the extractor loop right over the center of the blackhead and applying steady pressure. You can see the plug start to rise. That one came out cleanly. Always wipe the tool before moving to the next pore. Gentle, even pressure is key to avoid damaging.
I'm placing the extractor over the blackhead and applying steady, even pressure. The plug is starting to lift. There it is. We'll clear that away and wipe the pore clean. Moving to the next one, same gentle pressure, and the contents come out smooth.
Applying gentle, steady pressure on this pustule. There's the core coming through. We keep the loop flush so we don't damage surrounding skin. Wipe that away. Moving down to this inflamed one, a slow squeeze, and you can see the...
Alright, I'm just going to press around it. You might feel a little pressure.
Okay.
There it is, coming out nice and clean.
Feels weird, but not painful.
Good. One more just here. And that's clear. We'll wipe it down and you're all set.
Placing the loop right over the center, we apply steady, gentle pressure. The contents begin to rise. There's the oxidized tip, followed by the yellow core. Keeping the angle consistent lets the plug slide out in one piece, and there it is.
I'm placing the loop around the center of the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You'll see the plug start to rise. There it is, dark tip first and the lighter core following right behind. We'll lift that away and give the pore a quick dab.
This plug's up for using the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You'll see the plug start to lift. There it goes, dark tip first, followed by the lighter waxy sebum behind it, and it's out.
I'm applying steady pressure with the loop right around the blackhead. You'll see the plug start to rise up. There it goes, nice long filament of oxidized oil. I'll sweep up the remainder and clean the pore. Looks good, just a little redness that will settle down.
Placing the loop around the blackhead and applying even pressure. You can see the plug starting to lift out of the pore. There it goes, dark on the top with a little golden tail. We'll clean that away with gauze and make sure the area is clear.
I'm placing the loop right over that clogged pore. Gentle, steady pressure. There we go. You can see the plug coming through. And that's out. I'll wipe that away. One more just beside it. Same pressure. Good. That one cleared nicely.
I'm going to use the loop extractor to gently press around the pore. You can see the plug start to lift. And there it comes, nice and smooth. That's the oxidized oil and dead skin that was sitting in the pore. We'll dab with some gauze to clear it.
I'm placing the loop right around the blackhead and applying gentle, steady pressure. You'll see the contents begin to emerge, slow and controlled to avoid damaging the pore. There's the plug. I'll lift that away and clean the area. Using a sterile loop extractor, gentle pressure is applied around each clog. You'll see the waxy plug slide out of the pore. After each removal, the area is dabbed with a cotton pad to keep it clean and reduce oil. Working slowly prevents damage.
I'm placing the loop right around the blackhead and applying even, steady pressure.
We're going to use a loop extractor to ease out this clogged pore. Gentle, steady pressure is applied around the blackhead. You can see the oxidized tips start to lift, followed by a column of softer sebum, and there's the entire plug out in one.
I'm going to place the extractor loop around the blackhead and apply gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug beginning to rise. There's the oxidized tip, followed by the softer sebaceous material. I'll wipe that away.
We'll start with this whitehead here, gentle downward pressure with the loop, and there it goes. Wipe that away, moving just below, press, slow release, good thick plug there, clean. This inflamed one up top, steady pressure and a little bit of...
Setting the loop right over that clogged pore, I'm just going to apply slow pressure. There it comes, long smooth plug of sebum. We'll lift that away, wiping the tool and onto the smaller one beside it, a little pressure, perfect. The pore looks clean.
I'm going to center the loop around the blackhead and apply gentle, even pressure. You can see the contents start to rise to the surface. This is a mix of oxidized oil and dead skin cells that form the plug.
We place the extractor on either side of the blackhead and apply steady, controlled pressure. You'll see the oxidized plug begin to rise from the pore. As we pull it free, the darker tip is followed by the waxier inner buildup. Once removed,
Just going to place a little pressure here. You might feel a light pinch. Good, that one cleared nicely. Let's move to the side of the jaw. Keep breathing steadily for me. Perfect. Wiping everything clean with antiseptic now.
I'm centering the loop over the blackhead and applying steady, even pressure. The plug begins to lift right out of the pore. You can see the darker tip followed by the lighter core. Once it's free, I lift the tool away and wipe the area.
I'm going to start right on the center of the nose. Gentle pressure with the loop, and you can see that plug come right out. Wipe it away. Moving slightly to the right, another one express. The skin will pink up a little. That's normal. Here's a large.
Starting with this whitehead. Gentle pressure, and there it goes. Wiping it clean. Moving down to the next one. Slow, steady press. Perfect release. Another here by the jawline.
I'm going to place the loop right over that little blackhead here on the side of the nose. As I press down, you'll see the plug start to lift. There it comes, nice and slow. We'll wipe that away. A little more pressure for the remainder. There we go, clean.
We're going to place the loop over the blackhead and apply gentle, even pressure. Notice how the surrounding skin blanches as the sebum plug begins to lift. There it goes, coming out in one smooth piece. We'll lift it away with the tool and then...
Gentle pressure around the pore. You'll see it start to rise. There it goes. Steady squeeze and out. Perfect. Now we wipe the area clean so it can settle back down.
We position the loop right over the center of the blackhead and apply slow, even pressure. As we press, you'll see the plug begin to lift. There's the tip, and now the core is sliding out in one piece. Keeping the pressure steady allows it to...
We're going to clear this congested pore right here. Gentle pressure with the loop extractor. And you can see the plug beginning to rise. Keep steady, slow movement. There it comes, longer than it looks on the surface. Once it's...
We're going to ease the loop around the blackhead and apply slow, even pressure. You can see the plug rise up now. There it comes. Dark cap first, followed by the softer core. And once it's fully out, we'll lift away and cleanse the area with a sterile pad.
We're centering the loop over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. The skin blanches slightly as we press. The plug begins to rise, and you can see the darker tip followed by the softer sebum.
I'm centering the loop right over the blackhead, then applying gentle, even pressure. The oxidized cap is lifting. There it goes. You can see the yellow sebum following behind. Keeping the pressure consistent lets the... We're centered right over the blackhead with the loop. I'll apply slow, even pressure. There it comes. You're seeing the plug travel up through the pore, and it's out. We'll dab with...
I'm just going to place the loop right around it and apply some even pressure, okay?
Sure.
There it goes. You can see it coming up. Perfect. And we'll lift that away. A little bit of redness, totally normal. I'll just blot it with gauze.
Setting the loop right over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. There's the plug coming out, and we'll wipe that away. Moving up a little, same steady pressure. There we go. Another one released nicely.
I'm centering the loop over the pore and applying gentle, even pressure. The plug starts to release. There it is. I wipe it away and move to the next one, keeping the skin taut so the extractor can do its job without trauma. Always clean the tool between...
We're isolating one of the larger blackheads here, applying gentle pressure with the loop, and you can see the oxidized tip starting to lift. There it comes, slow, steady pressure, and that's the entire plug. A quick dab to clean.
I'm setting the loop right over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug beginning to rise out of the pore. There's the sebum, dark on the tip, creamy underneath. A quick wipe with gauze and the pore is clear.
Show that it puts around the pore. Once I press down, you'll see the contents start to rise. There it goes, just a slow, steady squeeze so we don't cause trauma. The plug is coming out in one piece, and there...
I'm placing the loop gently around the blackhead and applying even pressure. You'll see the contents start to rise out of the pore. As I keep the pressure steady, the oxidized tip comes first, followed by the lighter material underneath. Once it's fully expressed, I lift it away.
I'm going to gently stretch the skin here and place the loop over the blackhead. It just needs steady, even pressure. There it goes. Nice long plug coming out. We'll lift that away, dab the area, and put a little antiseptic on top. Looks clear and flat.
I'm placing the loop directly over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. As the pore opens, you can see the oxidized tip appear first. The plug releases in a single thread of sebum, sliding out cleanly.
And I'm placing the loop around the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug beginning to emerge. There's the entire core. We'll lift that away. A quick wipe to clean the area, and then a little soothing solution to calm the skin.
I'm setting the loop right around the blackhead and applying steady pressure. You can see the plug start to rise. There it comes, oxidized sebum in one piece. I'll lift it away and blot the area with gauze. A quick dab.
I'm placing the loop right around the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. As the sebum plug loosens, you can see it start to rise out of the pore. I'm slowly rolling the tool upward to bring the entire filament out in one piece.
The loop of the extractor is placed around the blackhead and gentle, even pressure is applied. As the pressure builds, the compacted oil and dead skin inside the pore start to rise to the surface. You can see the plug.
I'm placing the loop right around the center of the pore and applying gentle, even pressure. You'll see the plug start to rise. There it comes, and that's the whole blackhead. Now we'll lift it away. A quick dab with gauze.
We'll start with this larger blackhead here. Steady pressure with the loop, and there it comes, all in one piece. A gentle wipe to remove any excess oil. Moving up to the next pore, same technique.
We're centering the loop over the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. As the pore opens, you can see the compacted oil and skin cells rise out. We'll lift that off with the gauze. The site looks clear, just a little redness that's normal. Moving slightly lower to the next.
I'm going to start with this one on the cheekbone. Gentle pressure. There's the plug, wiping it away, moving a little lower, same motion, and it's releasing nicely. We'll blot these areas, keep them clean. Good, that looks calm.